Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Sunil Shete from S.T.J.V.P and also the Master Trainer of British Council and RMSA. So today we are going to start the next lesson, next part of the same poem, that is A Teenager's Prayer. In the last video we saw just the first stanza. Now friends, be on page number 3 and focus on the second stanza. Okay, be ready with your book, notebook, pen and pencil. Let us see. As usual, first I read the 4 lines of second stanza. What you have to do, you have to focus on those lines, listen to the words and their pronunciations. Okay, let us see. I can choose to take the road of life that leads to great success, or travel down the darkened road that leads to great distress. Here ends the reading of second stanza. Now friends, what you have to do? You have to read those lines silently. So what you have to do now, you have to pause the video, means stop the video and do your silent reading. Till then I will write some words and questions on the blackboard. So after reading you can resume the video again. Okay, now start reading your second stanza. Okay, here I'll write some words on the blackboard. Darkened, darkened, then distress, darkened and distress. Friends, if your reading is over, you can write down these 2 words in your notebook, and also after writing you can pay attention to me and listen to my questions. Okay, so friends, now see, darkened. There is third line in the second stanza. That word is written like this: D-A-R-K-E-N-E-D, darkened road. Now road is, what kind of part of speech road is? It's a noun. So tell me, what kind of part of speech darken would be? What role this word plays? It's quite natural. This word adds more meaning to this noun road. So obviously the word that tells us more meaning about noun, that is called adjective. Correct. नामाबद्दल अधिक माहिती सांगणाऱ्या शब्दाला काय म्हणतो आपण? adjective. So in bracket write down ADJ is darkened. The part of speech of darken is adjective. Now if you see the word to word meaning of darken, that is related to darkness. Okay, अंधकारमय शब्दशः मराठी अर्थ पाहिला तर अंधकारमय. But here it has implied meaning. Here darkened means evil, bad. इथे darkened चा अर्थ काय होतो? Evil, bad means दुष्ट, वाईट. So write down 2 Marathi meanings: अंधकारमय and दूसरा दुष्ट, white. Now see distress. You can see that word in the last line of the second stanza. Distress. What does distress means? In your margin space in your book, that is given here, distress. great worry and strain. Great worry, anxiety, tension, stress. That is called distress. Can you tell me what would be the Marathi meaning then? Distress? Yes, Marathi meaning is chinta, काळजी. And what kind of part of speech is it? चिंता, काळजी. त्याला कर्ण शब्द ऍड केला तर ते वर्ब होत आणि तो कर्ण शब्द काढून टाकला नुसतं राहिले चिंता, काळजी. Then it becomes noun. Okay, good. Now our next step is to see some easy questions based on the same stanza. And as you have read it carefully, you can easily answer those questions. So friends, write that question in your notebook. The question is, it's A2 type. The road of life, the road of life leads a teenager to dash. And here first thing, here second thing. And look at the question. The road of life leads a teenager to dash dash or dash dash. Now the answer is in the second stanza. So again, you need some time to read it. So what you have to do, again pause the video, stop the video and find out the answer. After finding out your answer, you should resume video. Do follow such instructions, then only that learning would take place and it would become interactive. Okay friends, I hope you read those lines again and got the answer. So tell me, what is the answer? The road of life leads a teenager to dash dash or dash dash. What is the exact answer? To great success, or here I write or. I would like to use another pen. Or what is the next one? Or great distress. Great distress. Great distress. This is the answer of A2 type question. I hope all of you have solved this question correctly. And now friends, focus on the second stanza for its explanation. Okay, see, I read it. I can choose to take the road of life. Means teenager says that he can choose the road of life. He can choose the path. Okay, he can do that. But he knows that leads to great success. And suppose there are two options for the teenagers and he is here, he has to decide to select one option or select second option. Suppose she selects first option and that first option may take him to great success. पहिला पर्याय समजा त्यांनी निवडला, कदाचित तो कुठे जाईल, त्याला उत्तुंग असे यश प्राप्त होईल. He can achieve what he wants. He will get great success, great happiness. But the another side of it, but if he fails to take proper decision, what will happen? Or travel down the darkened road. Suppose he makes mistake in selecting proper road. He makes mistakes taking proper decision. what will happen? He will go by wrong way, and that leads to great distress. Means if his decision is wrong one, then he has to face worries, tension, sorrow. That's the problem for him. So it is just like, suppose you are standing in the square. Square means so, but you don't know which way to go. What will happen? You will get confused. One of the ways may take you to the destination. Destination म्हणजे तुम्हाला जिथे जायचं आहे, तुमचं अंतिम ठिकाण, मुक्कामाचं अंतिम ठिकाण. Or the other way would misguide you and you would go to another way. You would go to another place where you don't know. In the same way, teenager says that when there are more options in his life and he has to select them, he gets confused because he doesn't know exactly which path is proper one, which decision is proper one, and which is wrong. Because he is teenager, means his age is in between 13 to 19. So he is not that much matured, paripurva. So he can't take his decisions. Okay. So friends, here ends the second stanza. Now if you have any kind of problem, you can send me messages regarding that. I will try to solve those problems. Now friends, shall we proceed to the next stanza? Because there is little bit time for us. So let's begin the next stanza. As usual, again, first I read that third stanza and then you have to read it silently. So listen to it. Please open up my eyes, dear Lord, that I might clearly see. Help me stand for what is right. Bring out the best in me. Here ends the reading of third stanza. Actually, if you see the stanza, you'll realize that there are no new words, all are familiar words. So, instead of writing words, I will write some questions on the blackboard. But before that, what you have to do? You have to again pause the video and read that stanza silently and then come back to video. And then you can see the question. Okay? Now pause the video and read third stanza silently. Okay, till then I'll write some questions here. A1 type. Actual question. A teenager is talking with, that's very easy question, very easy. A1 type. And we have another A2 type too. A2 type. A kind of health, a teenager expects from the God. One dash, two dash, and three dash. Okay friends, I hope you have read silently the third paragraph, third stanza I mean. Now focus on very easy question, that is factual question written here. I read that question. A teenager is with dash dash. Very easy. What is the answer? The answer is teenager is talking with dear Lord, or you can say the God. Both answers are correct. Talking with dear Lord or the God. Both answers are correct. You are correct. You are right. Now next question is written here. A kind of help a teenager expects म्हणजे अपेक्षा करणे from the God. If you see those lines, you can find out those answers. He expects 3 kinds of help. Okay, what are they? First one. See the first sentence. Please open up my eyes, dear Lord. So his first help he needs from God is to open up his eyes. To open up his eyes. The first one. To open up his eyes. The first one. Okay. As I start explaining the matter, those lines, we will complete this question by the way. Okay. Here, please open up my eyes, dear Lord. Friends, before going for the further explanation, let me know. You have to think about the first 2 stanzas. Friends, in the first 2 stanzas, what does or what problems does teenager have? The first 2 stanzas. पहिल्या 2 stanzas मध्ये त्याला कोणकोणते प्रॉब्लेम्स होते? Can you tell me? In the form of points. सगळंच नाही सांगत बसायचं. In the form of points. Yes? Again here, if you need some time to think over, you can pause the video. You can prepare your answer and then resume the video. Because your attempt is very much essential. तुमचा स्वतःचा प्रयत्न पाहिजेच तरच खऱ्या अर्थाने लर्निंग होईल. नाहीतर ते वन वे टीचिंग होईल. Okay? So I hope you paused the video, you thought about that, you prepared your answer. Now I am going to share the answer. In the first stanza, teenager has to face new challenges, new beginnings. He has to take decision. In the second stanza, again, while walking on the road of life, he has to decide which path is proper and which is not. So in the first 2 stanzas, teenager is in dilemma. Dilemma means confusion, state of confused mind. Confusion, gondal, dvida means. Teenager has these problems. He is in confusion, and so he needs someone to help him because he is alone there, and that's why he prays to God to help him. And that prayer that he prays to God begins from the 3rd stanza. तिसऱ्या स्टँजा पासून त्याची ती प्रार्थना सुरू होते. आपली पहिली ओळ आपण पाहिली कोणती? Please open up my eyes, dear Lord. He requests God to open up his eyes. Now friend, tell me, does it mean to say that teenager's eyes are closed one? You can't open it? Does it mean to say that? It's a word to word meaning. आता शब्दशः अर्थाला to open up my eyes means God should open up, literally God should open up his eyes. Is that so? That is not so. That is implied. To open up eyes means what? Means what? आपण मराठीतून म्हणतो त्याने माझे डोळे उघडले. To open up eyes means to create that ability to see what is good and what is bad. Ability to take decisions. That is called open up eyes. Please open up my eyes, dear Lord. Means please give me such abilities so that I can see things clearly. See the second sentence, that I might clearly see. Means create in me such abilities, अशा काही क्षमता माझ्यात निर्माण कर, that I can see things clearly. Means I can decide myself what is good and what is bad. I can find out the differences between two similar things. That is called opening eyes. Okay. So please open up my eyes, dear Lord, that I might clearly see. Third line, help me stand for what is right. Help me stand for what is right. This one. To help him stand for what is right. The second help he needs from the God. Now see the meaning. Help me stand for what is right. Friends, teenager prays to God and asks or seeks his help for what? To stand for what is right. Now see the meaning. In our life, many times there comes two options. One of them is right and one of them is wrong. But we get confused. We can't take decision what is right and what is wrong. So in such confused state of mind, teenager needs God help. And he says that, give me that ability to stand for what is right, to say what is right. Sometimes what happens in our life, we know something is right, but we don't have courage to support it. Okay, for example, suppose in your school there is a big boy, strong boy, and he always troubles other, and you know that it is wrong, but he does it. And teacher comes to you and teacher asks you, who troubles you or who troubles other boys? Though you know the fact, you do not dare to say it. You do not dare to say, this is right, you are right, this is the boy who troubles us. You don't have that courage. So in such condition, teenager says that, please help him, God please help him to stand for what is right. चांगली गोष्ट चांगली आहे ही म्हणण्याची हिंमत माझ्यात येऊ दे, असं तो टीनेजर म्हणतो. चांगल्या गोष्टीच्या पाठीशी उभं राहण्याची माझ्यात क्षमता येते. That is a Marathi. It is little bit complicated, so I give you some support of Marathi. And the last one, bring out the best in me. Bring out the best things of a teenager. Bring out the best things of the teenager. Okay, I have written it very fast because those words are already there in a passage, in a stanza. Okay, see the meaning. Bring out the best in me. What does it mean? See, every human has good as well as bad qualities. No one is exception to it. त्याला कोणीच अपवाद नाही. We ourselves are also no exception to it. So, teenager says, God, direct speech मध्ये सांगतो, God, I have certain good qualities and certain bad qualities. So please bring out only good qualities so that I can develop my life. I can become successful in my life. आता हेच indirect speech मध्ये. The teenager requests God to bring out the good qualities so that teenager can use them and he will become successful in his life. He can suppress the bad things, bad qualities. So God should help him in such a way. Okay. So friends, here ends the third stanza. I hope you have understood it well. So thank you very much. Very soon we will see the next video of remaining stanzas. Till then, enjoy and study.